The most significant story I can tell you about transformation is the story of my life. See, and like most of you sitting in this room today, my college career started in August of 1997, while at the age of 18, I stood in front of Telford Hall, ready to begin my college career at Eastern Kentucky University. Being out of my parents' house, and without rules, I had a little too much fun at what was once known as a top party school. So I flunked out within my first year. I went back home with the hopes of my college career and $7,000 gone. I went to work for minimum wage at the local grocery store. After a year of working, I decided to apply to technical school, and within 18 months, I earned my pharmacy tech license. And in October of 2000, I was hired at my first pharmacy job, where I worked for 13 years. In 2000, against the advice of my mother, I married. It was a rocky marriage, one I would now look back on and call abusive, but at the time, all I could think about was what my religion said about divorce, and was determined no matter what the circumstance, I could make it work. I was a submissive person, and I had a hard time standing up for myself, so I put up with things that a lot of people just simply would not have. Now we're going to fast forward a few years to September of 2011. My recent pap test had come back abnormal. After a series of biopsies, I got the call that is most people's worst nightmare. The cells were cancerous, but he thought he got the margin of cancer. To be safe, they sent me to the Marquis Cancer Center at the University of Kentucky to see if radiation was necessary. The doctors decided to do another test, and this time everything came back normal, which should be a relief, but those results scared my doctors even more. So, sitting alone in my doctor's office on Friday, April 13th, the doctor gave me a choice. Either I wanted to have a baby, or I needed to have a hysterectomy as soon as possible. So along with the doctor, the decision was made that my health was more important, and 13 days later, I underwent a hysterectomy. See, a life change such as a cancer diagnosis and surgery makes you evaluate your life. So within about a year, my marriage ended. It just so happened later that year, I became Facebook friends with the guy named Chris that I met all those years ago at EKU. We were both going through divorce, and we were able to become quick friends by sharing our stories. After my divorce was final, I decided it was time for a change. So once again, against the advice of my mother and all the rest of my family, I moved over 800 miles away to Tallahassee. Why Tallahassee, I will never know. It actually was not my first choice. All I can say is I believe it was divine intervention that led me to this area. Remember that Facebook friend I just told you about? He ended up working 3 blocks from my apartment and just happened to be from Thomasville. So maybe Tallahassee was God's way of working out what he knew I would eventually need. After getting settled, I decided I would go back to school, so I applied to Thomas University, and I was accepted. I started my schooling in August of 2014. Before my acceptance, I actually didn't know anything about the school, but my first day on campus, and I knew it was destiny when I saw the little white chapel. In 2014, Chris and I decided we would start dating. We quickly fell in love, and in August of 2016, Chris proposed. 3 weeks later, that's right, 3 weeks, we were married. To look at us, you would actually see a couple who's complete opposites. But that is what makes us work. Where I am weak, he is strong. But one thing that we do share is our love for helping other people. In 2015 and in 2017, we were able to go on mission trips to Haiti. If you've never been on a mission trip, it is a trip that can only be described as life-changing. The first trip, we visited an orphanage called Hands and Feet. This experience is not what you envision when you think of an orphanage in a third world country. See, this orphanage is nice and it's well built, and it's a beautiful facility. It is actually so nice that there are armed guards with machine guns to keep people out of the facility. The orphanage is so nice that these children are not accustomed to the real Haiti. And once they start getting in their teen years, they're actually taken out to become acclimated to the real Haiti. In our 2017 trip, we experienced Tom's shoes fulfilling their one-for-one promise with the children in Haiti. Now, this particular experience hit me hard because this girl who owns over 50 pairs of shoes does not know what it's like to be dependent on you to buy a pair of shoes so I can have something to wear on my feet. I don't know what it's like to walk the mountainside barefooted, nor do I know what it is like to go one day without shoes. So both of these trips hit me hard. I came home each time knowing it was up to me to make a change in the lives of all these children. These experiences in Haiti are what has driven me to work 40 hours a week, take 5 classes, and actually use my lunch to come to my in-person classes. These experiences helped me realize my goals of one day owning an international adoption agency, which with the help of Thomas University and the business department, I am well on my way to achieving. This girl who could not make it at Eastern Kentucky has been given the quality education she needs to succeed at Thomas University. I credit a lot of my success today to my professors here at Thomas who have pushed me to strive for greatness. For without them in this school, I would not be standing here before you today. They have helped me transform into the woman you see today, and I believe it is by divine intervention that I stand here before you telling my story. In closing, I cannot talk to you about transformation without mentioning the caterpillar and the butterfly. So I want to leave you with this. For the caterpillar to become a butterfly, metamorphosis is necessary. If the caterpillar never went through this process of change, it would never achieve its great destiny and become its most glorious self. Thank you.